Okay, and we're back. Welcome to Where's My Tea mini talk session. Let's just get right into it. Okay, so it says, hey, I'm a big fan. I'm 17 years old. I have two issues. The first one involves a girl. We went to school together, and as time progressed, I developed feelings for her as well as she. It says the only issue between them two is that the other girl had a boyfriend that meant a lot to her. She said, and now they're not together. She's scared because she feels like the girl will let the boy come back into her life. This guy was the asshole, so it would not only ruin the girl, but it'll ruin their relationship that they have. She says that she's the type that wants to be with boys, but she says she also wants me too. But there's another issue. My mom is a Jamaican and she can't stand homosexuality, but I like girls and I want to marry a man when the time is right. As for now, I just have an interest in girls, but I know that I'll marry a man. So she said, I guess my question is, do I leave this girl before I get too invested with my feelings and she ultimately goes back to her boyfriend? And how do I tell my mom that I have an interest in girls? Girl, where's my tea? We drinking water today. Okay, so I wanted to take this story on, one, because this is common in a lot of females. Let me not even limit that to females. This is common in a lot of teenagers around this age, 14, 15, 16, 17, all the way to up to 25. We are still trying to find ourselves, and we are still trying to find who we really are and put the pieces together. So I felt like this video was going to be very helpful. As I told you guys, I have a large following of younger girls, majority, that watches my videos. So I think this will help not only you, but this will help a lot of people. Now I'm going to first speak on your first issue was about her having a boyfriend. This boyfriend meant a lot to her, and that she likes guys, but she's into you. You can't blame someone for having mixed feelings. As I said, around this age, you really don't know what you want. We kind of test the waters and we see what we like. I do not recommend that you pursue a relationship, investing your feelings into someone who's not completely over their ex. It's kind of hard to try to get through to someone who's still dwelling on the past, especially if someone's fresh out of a relationship. That's just for rules in general. I think that person needs time to heal. They need time to understand themselves. And rushing into a relationship, see, when we as women or anybody, I'm just going to speak on women because I have a female-based crowd. When we rush into relationships, we fail to realize our part that we played in our previous relationship. We fail to realize what we really want, and we fail to really make to better ourselves. When we rush, when we constantly in and out of relationships without giving ourselves time to heal, that's no good. So if you guys were friends and you witnessed this girl really love this guy and go through so much with this guy, I don't think that you should go head on with her just yet. She's not over him, and she needs space. She needs time. And what happens is you'll ultimately become a rebound because you're kind of like a filler when you fills in that gap that she's missing. Only for a time being. That's why rebounds are never really good. You just bounce back, but you end up going back, if that makes sense. So as of now, I suggest that you back off. Give her space. And I think a lot of people can attest to this, especially for young relationships. When we're young, we tolerate a lot of things from guys and or girls that we normally won't tolerate now at this age. So she's probably not done tolerating those things. So for your first issue, back off. Let her get over herself. Let her, fully decide that she's done with this guy instead of using you as a rebound. Number two, you said that your mom she's against homosexuality. See, this is kind of tough when we're at a young age and you want to come out to your parents. And the thing is that you said that you will marry a man. And honestly, you don't know that. You really don't know. Right now, you're testing the waters. You don't know what your future holds. And I think you're probably convincing yourself that you will marry a man just to make it seem like this whole thing is not right. So you're trying to say, well, I'm just doing it for the moment. See, doing things in the moment only hurts you. You have to don't live in the moment, really. You have to fully understand what you're doing. And if you put yourself into this is your feelings that you're talking about. You want to protect your feelings. My advice is, this is your first time experimenting with a female. This is what you said to me. I don't think this is something that you should feel like you have to come out with, because again, you don't know. You could ultimately get involved with the female and it's just like, nah, this ain't me, nah. And then you've already came out and told your parents that you're gay or bisexual, whatever it is. But you did say you have an interest in girls. See, when we have an interest in stuff, we go for it. We see what it's like. So you may just be attracted to women, but I say try it and see. And I don't want anyone to take this the wrong way. I don't want somebody to say, especially somebody who's totally against homosexuality. I'm a God believer, but I'm also a believer in love. I'm not a judger of I don't judge anyone. So whatever decision someone ultimately makes is not my place to truly judge you. So what I'm saying to you is, if you want to test the waters, that's completely up to you. Do not deny yourself of that, because you'll be living a lie. But don't force yourself into something. Just on a personal stance, my sister was battling her being gay for a long time, and she didn't know how to come out to my mom. And I was around 15 telling her this: you are not happy. You are trying to live for everybody else, but you're not living for you. You're gay. You love women. Embrace that. Be you. Whoever does not like it, they don't like it. It's not their life. It's yours. Because what happens is, you can be here today and gone today. So you want to make sure when you die, because we never know, that you lived your life the way you wanted to. You don't live your life for others. So I say this to you: if you want to test the waters, then you do what you want to do. Now, do I think you should bring it up to your family as of yet? Not exactly. But if this is something that you feel strongly on, then I can't really give you the words to say. I really can't. It's hard to come out to your parents. My sister battled with it for so long, and I could only encourage her, but it's hard. Your mom has a thing against homosexuality, so I really can't tell you the proper way to tell your mom, because as a person that's hard, I really don't know. You have to build up the courage to come out to your mom. Only you can do that. Can't no one tell you. Can't no one force you. Only you can find the way to build that courage. And it seems that your mom is going to be harder, because she does, as you say, have a hatred toward homosexuality. So it is harder for you to get through to someone who looks at that as a sin. My mom was one too, who was not a fan of the gays. She was not a fan of it at all. And she had no issue with it as long as there was nobody in her house. But when it hit home for her, oh, it crushed her. But my sister finally was old enough and told her, look, this is me, and I want you to love me as my mom. I still need to know that my mom loves me and she accepts me for me. And over the years, my mom has totally accepted that her daughter's gay. And this is what she is. Do she love her any less? No. But you can't control someone's life. You can't make them what you want them to be. And your mom has to learn that. I don't know the exact words to tell you how to come out to your mom. As I said, you have to build up that courage. And when you build it up, you'll know when the time is right, and you'll know when you can talk to your mom about it. Okay, guys, so that was my advice for her. I specifically want to hear from people who are gay, bisexual, bi-curious. I want to know, how would you come out in this situation? What was your coming out story? How did you present this to your parents? Are your parents against this? Please leave your stories down below. How did you come out? How do you suggest someone to come out? Or what is your input? This relates to a lot of teenagers and people, like I said, from the ages 14 to 25. We're still trying to find ourselves and put the pieces together. So this is very relatable, and I know a lot of young girls is going through this. So leave down below, what was your story, or how would you go about it? Also, don't forget that if you need advice, you can definitely hit my email. It will be at the top and the bottom of the description box. You can find it there. Shoot me an email. I'll definitely respond back to you and then pick what I want for a video. And that's it. Make sure you leave your comments down below, and I'm out.